Hello everyone, this is just a dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between the eufy Omni C20 on the right and the eufy E20 on the left. Now the E20 is a robot vacuum cleaner only, and it also has a, you take this part off here and you have a stick vacuum. The eufy C20 is a vacuum and mop. So we've got a clean water tank and a dirty water tank. Now both of them will vacuum your house. Now I do like that both of them have LiDAR navigation. The E20 has a spinning LiDAR at the top. The C20 has front-facing LiDAR. So every once in a while the robot will spin around. Now let's take a look. Again, it's got a dust bin. So as it vacuums your house, everything's going to go into the dust bin. And then when it comes back to the base station, it's going to auto-empty everything out of the dust bin into that dust bag right there. So you will have to change that dust bag once in a while. But if we look at the bottom side of the C20, it's got a carpet sensor, a side brush. There's the main brush for vacuuming, but it also has these two mop pads. Now, it doesn't have an internal water tank. The way it uses these mop pads is, let me take one off. So the base station can wash these mop pads and they get them nice and wet. That's going to help when it mops. Now it's going to go around and it captures the dirt and debris, and then the robot's going to go back to the base station. You can time it from every 5 minutes to like 15. It's going to rewash the mop pads to, and that'll do two things. It gets the dirt out of them, but then it also gets them wet again so that it can pick up right where it left off with mopping. And since it has a carpet sensor, it can raise those mop pads whenever it senses carpet. So again, here's the clean water tank. You will have to fill this up with clean water. And then the dirty water tank, you're going to have to empty every so often. Now over here on the E20, it's strictly a vacuum. Now I like that it has the spinning LiDAR. It does have a sensor on the front that does help it avoid objects, and it's got the big bumper on the front. There's a sensor on the side. But the main thing with this is, so to turn this into a stick vacuum, you simply just press this button, and then you're going to lift up the power unit. The robot's going to stay there. It doesn't have any power. The battery and all the suction are in here. And now we're going to attach this to that stick vacuum right there. And now we've got a stick vacuum. Okay, here I have this handheld stick vacuum. I can articulate, go in and out with that wand, but let's clean up this big mess. It's got a power button here, and I've got 3 modes of operation. I got low, medium, and high. Hold the button, turn it on. Okay, we're in high mode. Yeah, it's a pretty nice stick vacuum. It's easy to push. It's doing a really good job. And everything's going to go into the dust bin. All right, and I'm simply going to press the button, turn it off. Then I press this button to release it. Now I'm going to take the power unit and I've got to reinstall it, make sure the eufy is up, and click it into place. It's very easy to install. I've got buttons here. I could tell it to go home. I could tell it to start cleaning. Both of them use the eufy Clean app, which I think works really well. They do a good job of mapping your house. So if I look here at the E20 in the eufy app, it's got a really good map of my house. I can see where it is in real time. I can put no-go zones and schedule different rooms different days. Okay, I'm going to have it start cleaning carpet. Okay, we're going to see how it cleans this carpet. It's doing a pretty good job. Yeah, it's doing a really good job cleaning this carpet. And I got to have it, it's going to do 2 passes. And it is able to avoid that furniture there. I've got it on its maximum setting. Okay, so it went this way on the first pass, and now it's going to go the opposite direction on the second pass. Yeah, it did a really good job vacuuming this carpet. Yeah, looks like it's getting everything. That carpet is clean. And I love in the Eufy app, you can see exactly where it's cleaned. And now it's getting ready to go back to the dock. Now the first thing it's going to do, it auto empties right here. So it's going to have to reverse and back up, auto empty, then it's going to flip around and charge. Then it's going to turn another vacuum on in here and empty everything out. All right, now it's going to turn around and so it can charge.
Charging.
And then here is the dust bag you'll have to change once in a while, about every 2 months. There is a little attachment here. You could put that right on the vacuum if you had to do like a corner real quick. Okay, let's see how the Eufy C20 is going to mop up this floor.
Start washing mop.
First thing it's going to do, it's going to wash that mop pad, and that's going to set the wetness level for those mop pads so that it can clean the floor. You'll hear various pumps kicking on, putting water down there, spinning the mop pads, and then the dirty water pump's going to kick on, sucking up the dirty water. Okay, it's going to travel to the room and clean it. Okay, so it has traveled to this room. We're going to test the obstacle avoidance. We've got some mud on the floor, and we're going to see how it goes under this low furniture. All right, so it's mopping the floor. There's the first mud. It did a good job. And it's vacuuming at the same time. All right. And it goes right under that furniture to clean it. All right, it's going to clean that other muddy mess. All right. Now I do have it doing 2 passes. Did leave a little bit, but it should get it on the second pass. Right. So it was not able to recognize and avoid that Lego toy. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Now I do like the Eufy app. You can see right where it's mopping in live view. And since I've got it on 2 passes, it's going to do 1 pass left, right, and then the other one up, down. Okay, so this light mud, you know, it almost got it all. This thicker mud, it's having a little bit of trouble with it. And I'll give you some things that could help with that. It's how often does it wash the mop pad? Since it does not have an internal water tank, it's relying on that mop wash that it did at the very beginning to dampen those mop pads. Now what you could do in the settings, I've got it on smart wash, but you could have it do it by time. You could change it that it'll wash those mop pads every so many minutes. And this one's been clean almost 7 minutes. So you could have it go wash the mop every 5 minutes. Okay, so it's all done cleaning. Again, it did leave a little bit, but I could have had it go back and wash its mop pads after 5 minutes of working. Now again, the base station, it's going to put water down here, wash the mop pads, and then suck the water up into the dirty water tank, and then it dries them with room temperature air. It does not use hot air.
Start emptying dust and cleaning the brush hair.
Okay, it's emptying the dustbin into the dust bag. And again, I can adjust. This is going to be really important to adjust that time from 5 minutes to 12 minutes, how often it washes the mop pads. Because unlike some robots, it doesn't have an internal water tank. It doesn't spray water on the mop pads to get them wet. All right, now it's sucking the dirty water up into the dirty water tank.
Washing mopped.
Okay, now it turns the fan on and it's
Start
gonna
air drying mopped.
air dry the mop pads. Let's take a look at the dirty water tank. Let's just see. Not too bad, not too bad. Now I have learned a little trick. You're gonna wanna rinse these out to prevent odor. But then you wanna spray a little bit of Listerine. Just a couple drops of Listerine in there to help prevent odor. That's Listerine mouthwash. Okay, so these are little different vacuums. I bought both of these with my own money. The C20 I've had for a while. It does okay. There's better mopping ones, but for this price point, it's $450 on sale. The E20 is on sale for $400 right now. Now, the more I use this E20, the more I like it. I do like having that stick vacuum. I mean, it works. I don't know how much I'm going to use it, but if you had a need for a stick vacuum and a robot, that would actually be a pretty good one. The C20, again, for a small apartment that needs some light mopping, it does okay. Again, no internal water tank. It can't put water on the mop pads. It has to go back and wet them. But it is really slim. Obstacle avoidance is about the same on both of them. I rate them about a 7 or an 8. They're not perfect. They do okay. Now, the E20 is pretty tall. It's just because of how it's made. You can see it is pretty tall. Yeah, these are definitely both approved on their sale price points. I'll put links to them in the show description notes. I bought both of these with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. And originally when I first got the E20, I wasn't super excited about it. But again, the more I use it, it's not a bad vac. It's not bad. I personally didn't have a place for it. But boy, if you had a purpose for that stick vacuum and that, it actually is pretty good. The only caveat is I do find that this gets a little dirty from being a robot. That's the only thing. So again, I'll put links. If you use the links, they'll take you to Amazon where you can purchase these products. The products won't cost you anymore, but I get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do these comparisons. I've even got the C20 compared to the S1. I've got the S1 compared to the S1 Pro. And then, just got all kinds of reviews. The E20 will be getting a Just a Dad sticker seal of approval. The C20 does. Both of these do, S1 and S1 Pro. But these are $1,000 robots. Different price point here. Again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Say hi, Fiona. Good girl. You're a good girl. Who's a good girl? She's camera shy. Oh, you're a good girl. And here's Miss Fiona. I was doing some videos at home and she came to visit. She misses me when I go to the studio now.